Hey guys, welcome back to Inner Peace Tarot. I am jumping into Cancer for the individual signs. And we are going to start with just an overall theme from the Nocturna Oracle. Tell me about Cancer. What are we reading on today? Blue Morpho. So that is a butterfly. Butterfly often alludes to some transformation of some kind. Yeah, so happiness, joy, wish, and rarity. Okay, and some cultures are regarded as wish granters. Okay, and then it talks about how the color blue is sort of rare to find in nature. So generally speaking, what I'm getting is some kind of manifestation that has come to fulfillment. So check where you have Cancer in your birth chart, house-wise. Maybe that's where that manifestation that we're about to read into sort of relates to. Feeling guided to look into the past leading up to this manifestation. Apathy, realizing like you're not happy with your setup. And I'm seeing you sort of like being in a position in the past here where it just suddenly occurs to you that like, oh wait, I can ask for better, I can ask for more, I can articulate what it is that I want. Yeah, and I'm seeing this like bird right here. I've never really noticed that in this card with the Four of Cups. There's the bird, and then it almost looks like it's offering this character who I'm seeing is you, Cancer, this bowl, and it's not a cup, it's just like an empty bowl, and it's sort of like, is this good enough? And like you're just not amused. Maybe even being in a position where, so you have your 3 cups, you're practicing saying no to things. And so everything around you that you're seeing, all these offers you're getting, were kind of just like a no, they were meh. And then with this 2 of Swords right next to the 4 of Cups, it's almost like you forgot to get specific about what you want instead. It's kind of what I'm getting. And it's like it occurred to you through that offering of that bird. Right, and you're being called out on some kind of like rash acceptance of things around you. So almost the way that like a child has to sort of accept the cards that it's being dealt, unfortunately. I'm getting that like you're a grown adult and like you can choose the cards now, is sort of the way that this is presenting. So let's look at the present. Okay, so possibly like through relationships, especially with all the cups here. It's like in that realization that like you can actually be specific about what you want. You realize that you were just sort of taking what you could get from maybe a specific relationship or relationships in general. And I do see some ownership of that with the Temperance card in reversed. It almost looks like this character in the Temperance card is like reverse pouring. So like you put your all into something, some kind of relationship, and then you realized what it was that you were actually investing in, and you were like, ooh, hold on, never mind. And that's what that reverse pour is sort of giving me. So yeah, just like a recognition of like, okay, maybe I was being a little opportunistic about my personal desires through my relationships with others. Which is shadow energy, but again, I see a recognition here. And with the blue morpho as an overall theme, it's like through better understanding your shadow, you're better able to, again, articulate what it is that you want. So let's look at the future. What are you going to do with this recognition? What will this recognition bring, Cancer? Okay. So I am seeing the Four of Swords, which is coming through as a very positive energy. Really just wanting to make sure that like the things that you're investing in, especially if they involve other people, are what you actually want. Really contemplating the motive as well. But it is coming through as possibly becoming a little excessive. Maybe moving a little too slowly or investing a little too cautiously. A little bit of like overcorrecting. So what is the advice here? How can Cancer find this like middle ground between, you know, checking the shadow of seizing opportunities through people versus closing up? Not being receptive is what I'm getting as well. I'm seeing like social pressure, like people around you being very quick to extend friendship or extend whatever their form of an investment is with this Six of Cups, or Six of Pentacles reversed. where you're kind of like penny pinching. They're like, here, take all this. And I see that kind of like breaking your heart a little bit because you want to be balanced and fair. You want to reciprocate, but you're just not in a space of feeling like you can move that quickly. Nine of Swords reversed, Knight of Cups upright, and the Death card reversed. So what these three cards are telling me is to be more receptive. You know, you can communicate with the Three of Swords. You can communicate where you're at. You know, that you're wanting to take your time, that you are in a place of contemplating what it is that you actually want to pour into. But if people are use discernment. Who are your friends? Who's presenting as a friend? Why are you perceiving this as friendly? What is that standard for you? But if those people, if you can look at that and say, yes, this is a friend, and yes, this friend is offering me something, you are allowed to accept. And I think that being receptive is going to be very helpful for sort of moderating this energy. You have to figure that the energy of being opportunistic comes from a place of lack. It's a scarcity mindset. As is overgiving. So if you're leaving this scarcity mindset, you're aligning yourself with people who give from a different place. They're not giving to get something back in return. And neither are you with this recognition. And this is where the physical manifestation kind of comes in. It's like you've transmuted this shadow energy, and now you're so afraid of it coming out, it's not going to come back out. You recognized it, and now you are manifesting people and situations who are also more sure of what they want to pour into. So you don't need to feel a sense of debt from people sharing with you. Don't let that scare you. Why is being so receptive such an important part of being able to give when you finally come across something that you're like, yeah, this is what I want to pour into? Looking at the Magician reverse, the Ace of Pentacles reverse, and the Knight of Swords. So first of all, it's sort of reiterating that, okay, it's like highlighting the fear here. You worry that if you accept what these new people coming into your life are offering you, you'll lose this time to contemplate if it's something that you want to give back to, because you'll feel this like pressure to make a decision before you lose the opportunity altogether. But I keep hearing it like you want to be sure, so you don't want to rush into any decision. I'm hearing that like being receptive is an opportunity to like understand what it is you would be getting back. Okay, there's a huge focus on moving through that fear. Let people give from wherever they're at in their journey, because even if they're giving from a place of lack, which is, I'm not seeing as the case with this being about physical manifestation, something that you have transmuted into an energy that's more aligned with where you're at. Let them give from where they're at in their journey. If they were to be giving from a place of lack, to where they would give and then you don't react or respond fast enough, so they're out, then that was not for you, is what I'm getting. That will sort of expose the motive for the giving. When someone is giving freely because they want to pour into something, there is no point system. They're not tallying. They're not counting on their hands like how much debt you've accrued. Okay, and again, that's a clear sign that that's not for you. I sat in my cat's water bowl, so not sure what that means. And I'm just like feeling very like backed into a corner right now with like the cards and the stuff behind me. I feel like that's very relevant to what you're gonna feel when these people start offering you things. Check the fear now. Practice being receptive. If people are manipulating their intention, if people are sort of coming at you with a front, oh no, like, I just want you to have this, but there is something underneath that, an ulterior motive, that is their debt, that is their problem. And again, that's a clear sign. Not for you. That's not one of these physical manifestations. And that's why we were hearing earlier, like, let people give from where they're at. That's their karma to work through. But if someone is giving authentically and you're receptive to it, you'll feel that. And that'll sort of alleviate that pressure that's, you know, making you feel like you need to make a decision quickly. So I think that's pretty much it for Cancer. Any sort of like emotional unavailability that you're feeling right now as it pertains to not being receptive. I think can be worked through and better understood through acknowledging that fear. Particularly the part of like being worried that people are literally manipulating you about what their intentions are when they give. All right, super uncomfortable, sitting in a puddle of water, feeling cramped. So I'm gonna call it, but thank you so much for watching. I hope that this is helpful.